Today is, I think, day 284 or 285. I'm not sure. And so, I'm over the Scorpio season. I feel like I've been going through, like, the craziest waves of life right now. Like, it's just, like, from, like, sadness to anger to I don't give a shit about anything, literally, like, all the waves. And it's just been challenging navigating it all because it's, like, almost, how can I explain it? It's, like, frustration of, like, being in this spiritual journey. And if any of you are relating to this at all, feel free to comment. It's always nice to hear that I'm not the only one kind of feeling like this. But I started my spiritual journey like 3 years ago. It's been about like 6-ish years. A little bit longer than 6 years since I started going down the path of like self-development. So it's like self-development started first, and then after that it was kind of like spiritual journey and tapping into spirituality. And each part of it has been different, and I've definitely grown. A spiritual journey has been more of like an in-depth, really deep inner work within myself and my wounds and the things that like inner child healing and shadow work, and really looking at my own shit within me. And this is like basically what now I do is I guide people with. And it's, my ego has just been gotten to the point of like, I'm tired of this. Like, it legit, I feel so tired of it. I feel like I'm on this like point where it's just like, it's been such a long time of inner work, and I feel like, okay, I've been like underwater, and I occasionally come up for air, and like, things are okay for a second, and then I go back under. And I'm just at the point where I'm like, I'm done being underwater. I don't want to be underwater anymore. I feel like I've been underwater for like 6 years, and I just feel I'm at this point where it's just like, I am done. Like, I just want to feel good. I want to feel happy. Now, I know that, work and inner healing, it's something that does happen over a lifetime, but it's just right now, the focus and the depth of this Scorpio season legit feels like I've been underwater forever. And I'm tired. And I'm tired. My body is tired. My emotions are tired. My thoughts are tired. My brain is tired. Everything is tired. So I know I'm going to keep going, and I know I'm going to be okay, and I'm going to get out of it on the other side. But it's one of those things that in the moment, it sucks, and in the moment, I'm not even sure, like, how to make it more tolerable, so to speak. How to, kind of be like, find a way of it of like, oh, this is how it is. But then it's just like, my ego is just so tired. It's so tired. Like, I feel like I've been on this, like, this journey that just like never ends, and I just wanted to like, okay, like, can we have the good stuff happen now? Like, can we have more good than shitty low emotions and shitty things ending and those kind of things? I don't know. So that's kind of where I'm at this point. I'm at this very point of like my process, and I know I always get to this point. I get to this point where it's just like, I'm just about to give up. I'm just about to like throw the towel. And it's like, it happens every time. Every time I do inner work, it's like I get into it in the beginning, and I'm like, okay, let's see like where, like what it is, and like how am I holding myself back, and like, inner child healing, and go see my inner child, and like do these meditations, and like I get into it, like, and obviously I'm crying, I'm like, okay, feel all the emotions, and then I get to this point where I'm just done, and I just don't want to do it anymore. I'm done. I'm like, no, I'm sick and tired of this. I'm sick and tired of feeling like this. I'm sick and tired of feeling depressed. I'm sick and tired of all of it. So yeah, that's where I'm at. That's my process. Everybody has a different process through their own journey. Being a Scorpio, it seems like my whole life is like death and fucking rebirth. And also, like, my Scorpio sun and Pluto are both in the 7th house of relationships. So that's not fun either. And yeah. So yeah, so definitely frustrated, annoyed, and all the things. And it's just like, And so I've been just sitting in that frustration and this feeling of being done, and acknowledging that it's okay to feel this way, and that it's okay to get frustrated and whatnot. It's all part of the journey. It's all part of being human. But yeah, it does suck. So anyways, that's that. This is me just being super honest and authentic on my IG live, that it's kind of like, hey, I'm doing this shit alongside with you guys. It's not just you who's going through it. If you are going through it, if Scorpio season has been smooth for you, amazing. I'm like, that's awesome. Like, that's really awesome. But for me, and actually Scorpio season, like every fucking year for as long as I can remember, it's always been a shit show. It sucks because it's my birthday time, and it's just like this bittersweet of like, oh yay, it's my birthday. Oh no, it's Scorpio season. Here's a bunch of lessons of like things ending and what you have to learn from them. Okay, cool. Thanks, universe. Like, that's great. So yeah, just being open, vulnerable, like of the stages of where I'm at, and today's emotional wave is fuck it. Fuck it, I'm done. I'm over it. This is annoying. But I will be kind of like trying to shift my energy towards kind of looking into like the money program for the next round, and what I want to do with it. How do I want it to look? And getting into the details of that, and getting my energy behind it. Because I am excited. I am excited to launch it. It's not that I'm not excited. I'm excited to launch it. I'm really curious who's going to come in. I have no idea. Because I haven't heard any breadcrumbs from the universe. It's kind of in this place of like, I don't know what's happening in my life in general. So it's quiet. That's because I know that the universe is shifting things in the background for me. So yeah, really curious, really excited, but I want to get into the energy of it, into the energy of the money program, and being like, okay, we're doing this again, and what is gonna kind of really look in the background of why did I first want to do it? Why do I want to continue to do it? Like, looking at the my reasoning for it, like why do I want to continue doing this money program, and what does it mean to me? And so I really want to dive into that and the energetics behind that, and really look into myself as to what it is that I want to bring to you with it, and why is it so important for me, and why is it so important for you, and what am I hoping to guide you and give you direction on. And so that is something that I'm going to be working on the next few days. While there's nothing going on in my life, because it's freaking blah. Yes, that's my ego. My ego is just very much over life right now. Very, very over life right now. And so, yeah, so that's going to be the focus, because that's at least something that brings me joy and that excites me. And I think that will be a nice energy shift from this current feeling of like life is fucking annoying right now, and a spiritual journey is fucking annoying right now. So yeah, gonna change that up. And I don't know, hope you enjoyed this video. Just being honest and upfront of like how I'm feeling, where I'm at, and that it's okay. And if you are feeling the same way, that it's okay for you to also feel the same way. We are not meant to be like, oh, inner work, okay, let's go in it 24/7. Like, there's gonna be moments like this that we want to throw the towel, we want to give up, and that we really don't give a fuck about it, and that's okay. So I'm gonna continue lifing right now, probably make some food, and that's it. That's all I got for you. Well, so speak to you all tomorrow.